Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Enchanted here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick some cards to see what your ex wants to tell you. Just messages from your ex, where they're at mentally, spiritually, what would they tell you if they could. This is for those of you guys that are in no contact or very little contact, but this is a separation reading. So yeah, let's go over the different piles. Pile 1, we have the red clear quartz here. Pile 2, we have the rose quartz here, and pile 3, we have clear quartz here. So yeah, take a second to meditate upon the piles. You can pick based on anything. You can pick based on the crystals or just really the energy of the pile. Think about, just meditate upon the piles and see which one you are the most drawn to. And I also want to let you know that this is just a general reading, so if you do want a detailed, more in-depth reading that cater to your personal questions, be sure to check out the description box below where I offer in-depth video readings. So yeah, with that out of the way, take a second to pause this video so that you can meditate upon the different piles. Hello pile 1, so you all picked the red clear quartz here. This is also known as the root chakra stone. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see what this card says. It's going to set the tone for this reading. And before I do go ahead and pick this card, I want to let you all know that this is just a general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But if you do want a personalized, in-depth reading, be sure to check out the description box below where I offer video readings. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's see what you guys got. Wow, okay, so we got answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Okay, so already with this answer the call, I feel like for a lot of you guys, your ex really does want to reach out to you. Maybe they're not sure whether you'll answer the call or not, but yeah, I do feel like, this is definitely like a communication card. Like, this is an oracle card, from the Work Your Light oracle cards, but it's like with this call, I do feel like a lot of you guys will be getting a call from your ex, like, as opposed to a text message or things like that. But yeah, and even, just that's in regards to the connection. But in terms of the actual card, it's asking you, what is your soul calling you to do? So yeah, I feel like spirit really wants you to know to take a second and really see if this connection is something that you really even want, and think about the aspects of this connection. Like, why are you so emotionally invested? What would you do if they were to call right now? What would your first steps, what would your actions be? Things like that, because I feel like a lot of you guys, I am channeling kind of like anxious energy. You've been waiting on this call, you've been waiting for them to like reach out to you. For some of you guys, you could have already reached out to them, and it's like you're just waiting on them to like either respond or just reach out to you in general. And it's like it's been causing a lot of anxiety. It's been causing some of you guys a little bit of stress. But yeah, I feel like spirit really wants you to think a little bit more in the future. Like, I do feel like for a lot of you guys, just based on this card, they really do want to communicate with you. But yeah, spirit is also telling you to not stress so much, and think about what it is that you really want in a relationship or really want out of this situation. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick some cards to see what is going on in this connection. What is your ex feeling? Wow, okay, so we already got these cards popping out. Let's go ahead and see what they say. Let's leave this card here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, and then we're also going to be picking oracle cards. This is from my deck, Enchanted Forest Fairy. These have like personal messages from them. But yeah, let's pick one more card. Usually we get a lot more clarity with 5 cards. Yeah, so okay, we got the 7 of Pentacles. Let's pick it all at once because I feel like it's a lot easier to read that way, because it's like sometimes the beginning cards could say something a lot different than the end cards, and yeah, it's just a lot easier to pick them all at once. But wow, okay, already we got a lot of swords and wands energy, you guys. So yeah, we got I'm gonna go ahead and move this closer just so you guys can see it better. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, that's a lot more clear. I'm so sorry if my camera is like being really weird. Yeah, this is the thing, I definitely need to upgrade to a new camera. But okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. And then I'll zoom out when we pick more cards. But yeah, so we got the 7 of Pentacles here. So I feel like this person has really been working on themselves. This is literally a card of putting in the work. This is also a card of like manifestations coming to fruition and, you know, just labor work paying off. That is what I'm getting for you so far, pile 1. And with this Page of Swords, this is definitely a messenger card. So I do definitely feel like for this pile, there is going to be contact, there is going to be communication for sure. Yeah, with this Page of Swords, they definitely do want to come out and, you know, reach out to you. And yeah, with this 9 of Swords, they have been feeling really burdened. They have been feeling, you know, really stressed out. I feel like some of them, you know, haven't really been sleeping well. I feel like, you know, they could have already kind of been an insomniac to begin with, or I feel like even for you guys, some of you guys watching this, you haven't, you know, you could possibly also not have been sleeping well, or your sleep schedule is just off. I feel like, yeah, some of you guys, you know, this is just a card of anxiety and stress. I feel like both of you in this connection could be feeling that way. But wow, okay, this is a really positive reading though, because, you know, we also have the 9 of Wands, which is kind of like a little bit of a, you know, standstill, stagnant card, but it's like leaning towards a yes. It's definitely like, you know, be persistent, you know, things will pay off. Like these two cards are both about, like, you know, it's like you've put in the work, you've put in the energy, you've put in, you know, the time and effort and attention. You know, for some of you guys, this could be manifesting and it's going to pay off. And, you know, with the 6 of Wands, this represents victory and success. So already off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I do feel like, you know, your person is going to reach out to you. I feel like whatever ends up happening, you're going to feel really content with the outcome. You're going to be feeling really content with the result. That's literally what this card represents. Whether you guys end up getting back together, or whether it's just, you know, maybe you guys decide to stay friends, or whether it's even just closure. So, but I do feel like you are going to be getting a message really soon, and I feel like this person is going to be really vocal about what's been going on with them, with this, you know, 9 of Swords, this anxiety card. And, you know, this person cares about like building things, you know, having things start off on a strong foundation. I feel like, you know, for a lot of you guys watching this, even if they have been in and out, they don't really want to do that. I feel like they want to come in and really, you know, stay for the longer term. And, you know, with the 7 of Pentacles, they do believe in like building things from the ground up, like, you know, having a deeply rooted connection, something that can really grow and flourish. This is definitely the card of growth. I feel like a lot of them even want to grow with you. They do, you know, see another chance at this. But we did get this 9 of Swords card, which is, you know, essentially at the center of your reading. So they have just been feeling really stressed out and burdened about a situation. I don't really think this has, you know, anything to do with you. I just feel like this person has a lot of like mental anguish, you know, turmoil that they could be going through. And I'm getting, for a lot of you guys, it is regarding their material life, something, you know, at work, or like, you know, I feel like this person could really be into working. They could be kind of a workaholic. They just care a lot about, you know, their finances, financial aspects. And I feel like they could be stressed out about that. But I do feel like they want to come forward and give you a message. You know, the Swords is the suit of the air signs, and air signs deal with communication, verbal expression. And yeah, this is a really positive card to get in a love reading, because it's like there's definitely going to be a contact, and I feel like they're going to call you, pile 1. I feel like this is definitely, you're going to hear their voice in this. So I do feel that. I just feel like maybe one day you guys will be like, you know, busy. You guys could be like, you know, hanging out with friends, or like, you know, just busy at something. Maybe you guys could be busy at work or something, and then you'll look at your phone and then you'll just see like a random missed call from them, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, wow, like it's gonna take you by surprise, and you're gonna be like, wow, like I feel like a lot of you guys will feel that like sense of satisfaction. It's definitely gonna take you by surprise. It's gonna make you feel really good, because it's something that you guys have been waiting for. But yeah, we are also seeing a lot of Wands energy, and like, you know, with the Swords, these are the fastest moving cards in tarot. I believe, yeah, Wands is the fastest, and then the Swords. And yeah, with this 9 of Wands, I feel like, yeah, you guys could be at a little bit of a stalemate. I feel like, you know, they will be reaching out to you soon enough, but you know, maybe at first it'll seem like, okay, you know, what is going on, like what is it that they really want to tell you, but then like at the end, it's like things will pick up, and yeah, you'll just be feeling a lot more peaceful, like at ease, you know, regarding this connection. I feel like, yeah, you are going to hear, you know, things that will make you feel really content. And it's like, for some of you guys, it'll either help you move on, or, you know, you guys could, there is a really big chance for reconciliation for this pile 1. You know, we did get this like stressed out card, and it's like, you know, I don't want to give, you know, wrong advice, but Spirit does want you to know, like, you know, of course you have the free will to do whatever you want, but like, you know, you want to be in a connection where the person is, you know, feeling stable enough to offer you the relationship that you are deserving of. And like, you know, obviously you don't want, you know, their stress to sort of overflow onto you. But I do feel like, you know, they are very passionate about you. I am getting, yeah, there's a lot of attraction here with the Nine of Wands, and they really do want to come forward and have this victory with you. I feel they really do want to be back together, pile one. I am definitely getting that. I feel like, you know, they saw that they could really grow with you. They saw a lot of potential in this connection with the Seven of Pentacles. And yeah, with this Page of Swords, it's like, you know, usually when we get the Page of Swords, we're not really sure what kind of message that they're gonna give. You know, with the Page of Cups, it's kind of like, oh yeah, they want to you know, give you kind of a love letter, or like give you a message regarding their feelings and emotions. But yeah, with this Page of Swords, this could really go anyway. And with this Nine of Swords, I feel like maybe they're going to be reaching out to you for maybe some kind of help, like, hey, can you help me with something? Or yeah, maybe they could just be reaching out to you because they've been feeling stressed and burdened, and they really like talking to you. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you did lift the stress and burden off even while you guys were dating, or yeah, you know, together. But yeah, with this Nine of Swords, I feel like for some of you guys, they could be reaching out for help, or they could be reaching out under the pretense that they need help, because I feel like, you know, maybe this person could be intimidated in terms of reaching out to you because they don't really know how you'll take it. And like, yeah, they could just, you know, want to start a conversation, and at first you're gonna be like, okay, this is so weird, like, why are you talking to me like this? Why are you hitting me up for this? Is this even what you want? Like, I don't know, like, think of it like, you know, in school or whatever, you know, if you found someone attractive, or if someone finds someone attractive and they want to talk to them, maybe they'll start by asking like a homework question or something like that. It could very well be that. But yeah, I do feel like this person is going to definitely open up to you about, you know, things that they've been going through. I feel like for some of you guys, you know, this connection could have even ended because, like, you know, it was just too stressful for them to like be in a, you know, romantic connection, be in a romantic situation. And yeah, with this Nine of Swords, I feel like, you know, it kind of like maybe what they were going through in life could have flowed into this connection. I feel like maybe they let external stress really, you know, affect this connection in a lot of ways, but they do want to be communicative. I feel like they are working on themselves, you know, for sure, with the Seven of Pentacles, and they do want to be very real with you about what's going on. Yeah, and with this Nine of Wands, it's just like, yeah, this is a card of like heading towards yes. Like, if you want to ask like a yes or no question, it's like definitely a yes. It's like they are going to be coming towards you. They are going to be you know, like, there has been this kind of like stalemate, stagnant energy, and it's like I feel like they're just waiting on the right time. Yeah, Nine of Wands is really about like waiting for the right time. It's like, you know, maybe if you're thinking about like making an actual investment, like, you know, maybe if you're into investing or something, maybe this person could be into investing. I don't know why I got that analogy, but it's like you have to wait for the right time to sell, right? You have to wait for the right time to buy. So it's like I feel like they're just waiting for the right time. Yeah, they have really been working on themselves in a lot of ways. And yeah, even with the Seven of Pentacles and Nine of Wands, it's like, yeah, you've been putting in the work, you've been, you know, yeah, really working, and it's like your manifestations are going to come to fruition. That's also what this Nine of Wands represents. You know, this also represents perseverance and you actually seeing results in whatever it is that you are trying to manifest or achieve. But it's like, you know, if you've put in so much work, you have to wait for the right time, right? Like, you don't want to just gamble. So I feel like, yeah, they want to come towards you, but I feel like they don't want to, like, they don't really want you to see them as someone who's really stressed out and, you know, things like that. Yeah, that's why they are really waiting for the right time. But they have been going through a lot mentally. I feel like this person is going through some kind of like, you know, turmoil in that sense. And yeah, emotionally, I feel like maybe they just weren't really that available to be in this. I do feel like they had emotions for you, which is why, you know, because we got the Six of Wands, they want there to be some sort of victory and success with you. And I do feel like there were emotions for sure, because we got the Seven of Pentacles. They really saw you as someone they could have a long-term connection with, a future with. But yeah, I feel like maybe it just really wasn't the right time. But like, I feel like they do want to come back when the time is right. So yeah, pile one, I'm definitely getting your ex wants to come back, and your ex just wants to be very honest and vulnerable about what is going on with them. But they also really care how you view them. Like, you know, even with this Wands cards, it's like, yeah, it's kind of about like, you know, status, like, oh, how do people view me? So they don't want you to think that like, you know, they're being a burden, or like they only reach out to you to ask for help, or like, you know, whatever. But I do feel like, you know, this person could have like, they could do things out of like self-defense. Like, you know, they just could be very defensive in a lot of ways. So it's like, you know, sometimes people say things and do things to avoid catching feels, or like even if they do catch feels, it's they kind of have a safety net to not feel hurt, you know, to not feel like yeah, like broken, you know, things like that. I do feel like this person does have maturing to do. They do, you know, they are working on themselves in that sense too. I feel like, yeah, they are also working on themselves mentally, but definitely I'm seeing like materially, you know, materialistically, financially, or, you know, if they're in school, whatever, they have been working on those things as well. But I feel like this person does need to be, you know, they do want to communicate, and I feel like, you know, yeah, they're good at like verbally expressing things, but like they just need to be a little bit more open when it comes to their emotions, and yeah, really be straightforward instead of like beating around the bush. I feel like, yeah, for some of you guys, there's just a little bit of immature energy going there, but I do feel like they have good intentions. They really do want this victory and success with you with the Six of Wands, and it's like they've just been waiting for the right time. And I just feel like some of them, you know, they are really nervous about reaching out to you. Like even the way that I was shuffling this pile, I did sense a little bit of like, you know, kind of like not disturbed, but like anxious energy here, you know. And we also got the Nine of Swords. I feel like some of you guys have been feeling really anxious and feeling like, oh my gosh, what is happening? I've been waiting for this person for so long to reach out. Like, what is going on with them? Are they okay? Yeah, I feel like, yeah, mentally they are, you know, I feel like they are sort of like going through it. Again, this doesn't have anything to do with you, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is something they really need to deal with themselves. I feel like at this point, you know, the only person that can really help themselves is them. And, you know, of course, like you know, I feel like, yeah, they could be reaching out to others for help too, but like there's something that's going on that they need to really, you know, get over. And yeah, even with this answer the call, it's like, yeah, I did sense anxiety in terms of like this communication that's gonna happen. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So it's like, you know, I feel like some of you guys, you know, I do feel like there will be contact, but you just, you know, kind of think more into the long term. You know, even with this Seven of Pentacles, this is definitely like a long-term card. Like, what do you want to happen with this connection? What will you guys be satisfied with? Will you guys be satisfied with this person just being in and out, you know, kind of like fickle, on and off, or like what is it that you want? I feel like for some of you guys, you know, the situation, you know, you could have subconsciously manifested the situation because you didn't even really know what you wanted going in, or like, you know, maybe your end goal was kind of you know, thrown off the track. But like I do feel like this person wants something like stable, long-term, committed with you. With the Seven of Pentacles, they do want to, they are the kind of person that wants something rooted and stable and grounded, but their mentality could sometimes allow them not to. You know, with the Six of, I mean, just like with Wands energy in general, it could be kind of like fickle, tumultuous energy, and it's like, you know, spirit just wants you to be really careful about this person. I feel like they do have good intentions, and they do want this end game, happy ending with you, but like their own mentality gets in the way. It's like they're maybe their own enemy, and it's like sometimes, yeah, it could have caused them to be a little bit in and out in the past, or fickle, or just not very even, you know, honest or authentic with their feelings. I feel like, you know, for a lot of them, they did tell you they really liked you, they cared about you, and for some of you guys, they even really did love you. But yeah, they just need to be they just need to work on themselves in terms of getting like mentally healthier and being able to really you know, balance situations. I feel like, you know, this person, I'm just getting a lot of fire and air energy. They very well could be, you know, air or fire signs for some of you guys. I just feel like they could be a little bit like tumultuous and just what they do. Like I feel like this person could be like one to like, you know, sometimes procrastinate, leave things at the end, or, you know, just do things in a haste, maybe not plan out or organize that much, but they are working on being, you know, a little bit more organized. It's like, for whatever reason, I'm getting the message, use small Virgo steps to you know, achieve your big Neptunian Pisces dreams and things like that. And I feel like their dream is to be with you. Their dream is like, you know, they just want a happy ending in this connection. They do want victory and success with you. And yeah, you know, that whole Virgo Pisces thing, they definitely could be a Virgo or Pisces. It's just that I'm filming this during a Virgo full moon in Pisces season, so yeah, maybe those resonate. But yeah, so that is the tarot section. We are going to be going ahead and picking oracle cards to see what they would tell you. Yeah, it was you. It's always been you. Oh my gosh, yeah. So that is definitely something I'm getting with the Six of Wands. They really do want to be with you. They really do, you know, want another chance with you. And I feel like other people just don't really satisfy them the way that you do with this card, which is so, so cute. And that's why they've really been working on themselves. I feel like this connection has really kind of been a slap in their face. And it's just like, hey, you know what? You need to start working on yourself if you want this to work out. You can't just, you know, be fickle. You can't just be in and out. You can't just, you know, treat people like they're just, you know, test experiments or something, like, okay, you know, let's just test out the play, because I feel like they do want something really stable and long-term with you. It's like maybe when they met you, they didn't expect to really like you as much as they did, not because there was anything wrong with you, but maybe because they just were not emotionally open when they met you, but then they got to know you more and they're just like, wow, okay, this is something that I really want to work towards. And it's like, it's sort of just been kind of a slap in their face, and the universe is just like, you know what, you need to be a little bit more organized if you want to be worthy and deserving of this person. So yeah, that is what we're getting. Yeah, oh my gosh, we also got this. I'm working on myself so I can be worthy of your love. Yeah, this definitely relates to the Seven of Pentacles. They have really been working on themselves. This is literally about hard work, labor, you know, it doesn't necessarily always have to be like in the material world, but just working on themselves in general, maybe doing, you know, self-work, ego death, like just self-analysis, maybe delving into their subconscious. But I do feel like materialistically they have been busy at work. Like I feel like, you know, either work or school or like something like that, you know, their job career could really be stressing them out, but they are working on themselves because they really do want to be worthy of you. They really do want to be worthy of your love. They want to be worthy of, like, you know, just being around you and spending time with you. And yeah, just they want to they want, again, they care a lot about like what you think about them, and they just want to make you feel satisfied and fulfilled. And I feel like sometimes when they don't do that, they can be really hard on themselves. I feel like they are the kind of person that, you know, really wants like external validation and approval. And I feel like, you know, they do kind of like sense that they do have that in them, like, okay, is this person feeling it or not? And I feel like, yeah, they can be like really anxious, even if they don't show it. I do feel like they could have a lot more anxiety than they let on. And yeah, they also want to let you know you are irreplaceable. There is no one in the world like you. Yeah, seriously, you guys, this is why they've been wanting to work on themselves too. Like they just feel like you are one in a million. There's no one like you. I feel like they can't, you know, it's like maybe you know, I feel like other people could be around them, things like that. Maybe for some of you guys, it could have even, like, you know, tried seeking out other people after the connection, but I'm not getting that for a lot of you, because I feel like they really did want to be in this connection with you. They really did want to continue this, but like they just felt stressed out and burdened because of external things going on in their life. And but yeah, it's like just no one else really satisfies them the way that you do. And yeah, you are irreplaceable, which is why they really want to work on themselves for you. So yeah, that is what I am getting, pile one. Let's go ahead and pick a couple more oracle cards. These are just handwritten messages, kind of like little love letters from them to you. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, if I had, okay, I hope you guys can see this. Yeah, if I had another chance with you, I would do things differently. You are amazing. Yeah, seriously, guys, they think the world of you. They think so much of you, and they really do want another chance. And I feel like they are holding out hope on, you know, having another chance at this connection with you for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that with the Six of Wands. They just want to come forward and, you know, for there to be a victory in the situation. Yeah, they really do care about you so much. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, they are going to call you. And yeah, of course, we also got this card. Yeah, I did what I did to protect myself. It was never personal, but I am truly sorry for hurting you. Yeah, they are really sorry for hurting you. And I feel like that also caused them to, you know, work on themselves a little bit. Maybe they were just like, wow, okay, you know what, I really started to have feels for this person. Why did I do what I did? And it's like they're taking, you know, a step back to look at themselves. And I feel like, you know, they've also been working on breaking patterns that they've, you know, maybe indulged in relationships. I am getting a spiritual download of like breaking negative patterns, breaking anything that doesn't serve them, breaking just, you know, yeah, I feel like maybe even in past relationships they could have sort of been in and out, or like, you know, it's like they've gotten into relationships when they weren't really ready, and it's like now they're really doing a deep dive into themselves, like just analysis on in terms of relationships in general, because like this person doesn't want to hurt anyone. Like I feel like they do have good intentions. I do feel like some of them, you know, it's like they do tend to get like anxious, nervous. I feel like for some of them there could have been a little bit of immature energy, maybe even a little bit egotistical, but like not necessarily in like a, you know, narcissistic, like toxic way or anything, but just yeah, it's like it was never, you know, personal. I just, yeah, that's what I got too. Like if you guys remember in the beginning, I talked about them being like a little bit self-defensive. I talked about them sort of just being in defense mode, and it's like, yeah, they want to let you know it was never personal. Again, they just do have a lot of baggage, you know, things, maybe even things from the past. Yeah, like I'm getting maybe past relationships, they could have been hurt from that. But yeah, with this Nine of Swords, they definitely were going through it. They were going through a lot when, you know, they even met you. things like that. So yeah, that is what they want you to know, pile one. I really hope that this reading helped clarify your questions and just gave you more resolution on your situation in regards to whether your ex is coming back. You know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is just a general, you know, reading for the collective. If you do want a personalized in-depth reading, be sure to check out the description box below, where I do offer super in-depth detailed video readings that cater to your questions. So yeah, with that out of the way, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you all to it. I hope you have the best day or night wherever you are, and yeah, love and light, pile one. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading. So you all picked this beautiful rose quartz. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and be picking cards to see what your ex would say to you if they could, just what's on their mind. Yeah, and just basically, you know, channeling their energy to see, you know, if they want to come back, potentialities of what will happen, you know, things like that. So yeah, before getting started, I do want to let you know that this is just a general reading for the collective. If you do want personalized in-depth readings, I'm so sorry about that, you guys, but yeah, if you do want personalized in-depth readings, be sure to check out the description box below, where I offer, yeah, super detailed in-depth video readings. So yeah, with that out of the way, we are gonna go ahead and you know, pick cards to see what the essence of this connection is. Oh my gosh, you guys, the answer is yes. Just say yes. Okay, so if you guys are wondering whether or not they're going to come back, the answer is a definitive yes, just based on the energy of this card. I mean, we're gonna go ahead and pick more cards to see, you know, what will happen, like what they're thinking, what their intentions are, things like that. But yeah, this card does say yes, just say yes. And I rarely ever get this, you guys. Like, I mean, I've been using these cards for like well, it has only been like around a week, actually even a little bit less, but like yeah, I rarely ever get this card. And so I feel like the answer is definitely yes, in terms of if you're wondering if they are going to come back. So far we are getting a yes, and it's like, you know, I don't know if spirit wants you to say yes just yet if they come back. We are going to pick more cards to see, but I do feel like they want to come back, and I do feel like, you know, they want a new opportunity, you know, and it's like maybe they've even been working on trying to come back. That's also what I'm getting. I feel like maybe they've been preparing themselves to come back. Maybe they're thinking about what they want to say to you, you know, things like that, so that you would say yes. I feel like they do, you know, care about what you think, what you are going to say. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick some cards. Wow, okay, we already got the King of Wands. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and pick more cards. I usually like to lay out the deck all at once. Yeah, so it's just easier to gauge the readings, or to gauge the essence of the reading, the energy of the reading that way. So yeah, okay, this one popped out too. Wow, we've been getting the Eight of Pentacles quite a bit today. Oh yeah, we got the Five of Pentacles. I won't be doing reversals, so just if it does come out that way, it's just an accident. Wow, this card really did come out. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow, very intense energy here. But yeah, let's go ahead and pick one more card. Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay, this is a really interesting reading, you guys. I mean, oh my gosh, like, the energies here are definitely intense. You know, we got the Devil card here, Capricorn. I feel like a lot of people get scared by this, but it's not really as scary of a card as you as a lot of people perceive it to be. But we did get two kings here, with the King of Wands and King of Pentacles. So yeah, let's start off with the King of Wands. So I feel like, yeah, with the King of Wands, yeah, the King of Wands cares a lot about authority. Like, they are an authoritative figure. You know, they care about like what society perceives them as. They are also very like you know, daring, bold, passionate. Like, you know, out of all the kings, I feel like this king is like, you know, a lot more just bolder, I would say. Like, think of a lion, like king of the jungle. It's like, you know, there's like, you know, even tigers, they could be the king of, you know, whatever they travel in. And like elephants, it's like there's always like this you know, leader of the pack, you know, things. Wolf, the leader of the pack. But it's like for whatever reason, I'm thinking of like, you know, lion energy. Like, you know, they really care a lot about like you know, their work. They care a lot about yeah, some of them definitely could be workaholics, or just into you know, I feel like for some of you guys, you could be asking about a person who is like really well known in society, or like, you know, for some of you guys, they could have been like a leader from a group that you met, or like if you guys are in college, this is someone who's like pursued a lot. Maybe a lot of, you know, people like hit on them, you know, things like that. But yeah, this is also just someone who's really passionate and fiery and like passionate about you too. So with the King of Wands, I do feel like, yeah, there's a lot of passion here. You know, the kings are supposed to be like, you know, the mature, like, you know, masculine counterparts of the deck. So yeah, that is also what I'm getting. But they are really passionate about you, and I feel like it's like, you know, if they want to come forward, like when they come forward, which I do feel like it's going to be a yes, it's like they're gonna want things to be really full-fledged, really all out. Like this this person likes going all out. That's also what I'm getting with the King of Pentacles here, you guys. Yeah, the King of Pentacles is a little bit more stable, solid, grounded. The King of Pentacles, you know, really wants to offer something that you know, can be built from the root up, like, you know, that can be built on strong foundations, whereas I feel like the King of Wands is just like kind of like maybe sometimes all over the place, could be a little bit impulsive, you know. Each card has a positive and negative. And yeah, with the King of Pentacles, I do see like, you know, I feel like this is like you know, it's really hard to tell. I just feel like there's a lot of like mixed up energy here. Sometimes when I do like a 5-card draw, it's like, you know, that you can see like a progression or like it's telling a story, but in this it's more just like it's the energy is just really all over the place. But I feel like, you know, I'm getting like Capricorn energy or just like earth sign energy in general, but you know, the later earth signs, which, you know, is Capricorn, we got a lot of pentacle energy here too. So yeah, Taurus, Virgo too. We got fire signs here, maybe even Sagittarius. But yeah, I feel like, you know, with the 8 of Pentacles, this person, again, like they care a lot about their you know, societal status. For a lot of them, they care a lot about their work. I'm also getting that with the King of Pentacles, this person, and the Capricorn. You know, Capricorn rules the 10th house, which is the house of like work, status, career, like reputation in career. Like, you know, this is the kind of person that wants to be really well known at wherever they're at. Like maybe you know, they could be going after all these promotions, you know, things like that. But like with the King of Wands, and you know, the 8 of Pentacles, I'm seeing that they are really working on building themselves up financially. And you know, with this 5 of Pentacles, I'm so sorry guys, what is wrong with my throat? But maybe something to do with the throat chakra. Like that's really interesting because, you know, I feel like in these tarot readings, like, yeah, just these kinds of readings in general, everything is a sign. Like if I'm doing a reading outside and I see birds, like, or like I hear birds, I'm just like, oh yeah, you know, birds could be a spirit guide for those of you watching. And if you see a blue bird or something, that could be your spirit guides trying to communicate with you. And like there's some readings like where my throat just like acts up, like, you know, just to let you guys know, I'm a Taurus, and you know, we are ruled by the throat. And like sometimes I don't know, like as weird as this may sound, like if I'm feeling a little bit, you know, of like a cough or something like that, maybe it could mean like the throat chakra is a little bit blocked or needs to be opened up. And for whatever reason in this reading, my throat was fine all day. I'm getting that maybe yeah, they could have some sort of blockage in their throat chakra, which is all about expression and communication. I just feel like, yeah, this person needs to be better at that. But yeah, it's really interesting that we got the 8 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so what I'm getting is that they work a lot. They work a lot, you know, they care a lot about their job, their status, their career, their work life, things like that. And with this 8 of Pentacles, or sorry, this 5 of Pentacles, they just don't feel like they're doing enough. And even if they are really doing a lot, again, I'm getting a lot of workaholic vibes in this pile too. You know, with this Devil card, you know, the Capricorn, it's ruled by Capricorn, and Capricorns are kind of known to be the workaholics of the zodiac, even out of all the earth signs. And it's like, they just don't feel like they're good enough, or like they just feel like they come underhanded a lot of the times, even though that's not really the case. I feel like for a lot of you guys asking this, you know, yeah, for like a lot of you, you know, obviously this won't resonate with everyone because this is just a general, like, you know, collective reading. The person, why did I say the person? Yeah, my point is that, yeah, I feel like they could be doing pretty well financially. Like I feel like they are pretty high up there. I feel like, you know, they are workaholics, and like, you know, in some piles we get that, oh, they need to focus on themselves, you know, materialistically, financially, because they just are not really making that much, or they're not at their ideal job or something like that. Like I feel like this person is doing really well at their job. They are doing really well, but like, you know, with this 5 of Pentacles, they just feel like they come a little bit underhanded at times. Like maybe they're not doing enough at their job or something. but in reality they are, and like they just work a lot. And I feel like for some of you guys, you know, you guys could have ended because their work got in the way, or like, you know, they really wanted to yeah, maybe they prioritized work over you for some of you guys. And you know, even with this King of Pentacles, like I have never received a pile with this many like work cards and like Pentacles cards. This is very, and just earth sign energy in general. But you know, again, if this doesn't resonate, you can totally go ahead and pick another pile, or you know, you can also get a personal reading. But yeah, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But yeah, with this Devil, they definitely do have an attachment to you. I know the Devil does seem like, you know, it's kind of a scary card, but like this is also just the card of attachment and like lust and just feeling a lot of attraction. So they definitely are attached to you and this connection, because if you look at this, like look at the way that they're chained. It's like, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is definitely some sort of like you know, past life connection as well. I feel like you guys are definitely meant to meet in this life. I'm getting for some of you guys, you know, this definitely could be like a karmic connection, but that has the potential to be a soulmate connection with the, you know, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. So the thing about twin flames and soulmate and karmics is that, you know, it's like, I feel like all of these three things that I just mentioned, you most likely have met them in a past life and you've met them again. And it's like, it doesn't necessarily have to fit into one of the three categories. There's you know, sometimes you could meet someone and they're just a fling, they're completely new, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be karmic, you know, or anything. But yeah, for some of you guys, you know, we only have one twin flame. We can have like around 1,000 soulmates. There are potential, it's like, you know, there's not necessarily just one soulmate. At least that's the system that I go by. That's like what the tarot readers that I've been listening to have said. You know, a lot of them have said that. And yeah, like, and karmics, yeah, there could be multiple karmics as well. So I feel like for some of you guys, this could be a karmic connection, but also kind of a soulmate connection too. Yeah, I don't know about like twin flame. Like if we get Gemini, then that would be a twin flame, but like don't worry too much about that. This is just more about like, you know, what your ex's intentions are. Do they want to come forward? I do feel like they want to come forward and offer you something, you know, really stable, but like I do feel like they have some lower vibrational tendencies to them. I feel like, you know, since we got the Devil and, you know, all these Pentacles cards, it could just be like they're kind of obsessed with work. And it's really ironic, because I was literally thinking, like I was out on a walk today and I'm just like, I was just thinking about like even myself and like, I don't know, just some people that I know. I'm just like, is it possible to be addicted to work? Like, is that like because you know, addictions come in all forms. Like yes, there could be like you know, like alcoholic addictions, you know, substance addictions, things like that, addicted to gambling, you know, investing, spending money, addicted to like really anything. Like anything can potentially become addictive if not, you know, treated. And it's like, I was just thinking, like, is it possible to be so addicted to work that you need help? Like that was a question that I had in my mind. And you know, with this person, like it could be like, I just feel like they care so much about money, they care so much about finances, they just care so much about like growing, that like, you know, sometimes that could have gotten in the way. But I do feel like they could have other addictions maybe related to money. Maybe they could be really into investing like in the stock market or something like that. I don't know, I've been getting a lot of these readings for whatever reason. I think it's because of the stock market hype that we had with GameStop recently. I don't know if you guys have been following that, but yeah. And like, you know, with crypto going up too, yeah, like, so there's been a lot of like, you know, talk about crypto, like Bitcoin, which is really interesting because, you know, we are in the age of Aquarius, and it's like Aquarian, like just Aquarians in general, like as a sign, they're all about breaking the norms, you know, like innovation, technological, yeah, like progression, technological innovation. And it's like Bitcoin is being more accepted, and it's like we're thinking of flying to Mars. I don't know if you guys have heard of the 2026, you know, Mars mission with like Elon Musk, like trying to like go to Mars and things like that. But it's like things are definitely breaking out of the norm. It's like Bitcoin is being accepted as payment, and like, you know, more and more businesses, platforms, you know, things like that, which is, yeah, it's like, it's very unconventional. I feel like for some of you guys, this could have even been an unconventional relationship, maybe like a situationship. You know, the Devil, there definitely was a lot of attraction there, but I mean, like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of attachment, I believe, from both sides. But yeah, with this Five of Pentacles, I just feel like they have thought that they've come underhanded, and it's like I still feel like, you know, despite all this, like they want to be someone that, you know, they want to feel worthy of you. That's why we got these two king cards here. Like with the King of Wands, they want to feel like they're worthy enough to be in your life. With this King of Pentacles, I feel like they want to come forward and offer you something really stable and grounded. But also just getting a lot of bull imagery here too. They, again, could be Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, could be asking about a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But yeah, with this Devil card, they do want to come forward. They do want to oh yeah, sorry, with this King of Pentacles card, they do want to come forward, but with this Devil card, I feel like there's things that they need to work on, and you know, these things could have even been affecting the connection in the first place. And I just feel like this person, like, deep down is a little bit insecure. Maybe yeah, like, you know, this King of Wands, like, this sort of reminds me of someone who's like really extroverted, really bold on the front, but like deep down it's like, you know, maybe some of their boldness, you know, it's good to be confident. Like, there's like, you know, confidence is good, but sometimes, yeah, I feel like this person could sometimes be borderline cocky. Like, you know, cockiness is honestly, you know, not generally like it is generally looked down upon, and it's like, it's just due to their own insecurities of them not feeling good enough. I feel like, yeah, for a lot of you guys, you know, this person could have like familial pressure. You know, they could be like the oldest of their household, or like they have to, like, you know, really take care of their family, or like things like that. So they have a lot of pressure on them to like earn for their family, to be, you know, financially stable. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be asking about someone who, even when growing up, like, you know, they had very strict parents that maybe placed a lot of emphasis on material gains, material success, career success, professional success, financial success. You know, think of, like, for whatever reason, I'm thinking of, you know, competition, like, you know, the SATs, like, you know, when you're in high school, it's like, if you go to a very competitive school that is very academic oriented, you know, it can get a little bit toxic at times. You know, I'm sort of getting that with the Devil card. I feel like, you know, this person just had a lot of pressure on them to perform well academically when they were younger, or even now, you know, if you're asking about someone that is in academia, that is in college or school, and it's like that pressure sometimes gets to them, and it's like they sometimes feel like they're underhanded. And I feel like for some of you guys watching, this could also be reflective of your energy. I feel like you guys could have, like, you know, grown up in a family where there's a lot of emphasis just placed on like professional success, career success, you know, being financially stable. And I feel like, yeah, you know, this could have been like from your parents, some of you guys, but it's like, you know, the people around them, they did have good intentions for, you know, this person, but it's like the pressure really does get to them, and it's like they felt this pressure ever since they were younger. They're still feeling this pressure. Yeah, I'm just getting, like, you know, Bay Area high school vibes. Like, if you've heard of the Bay Area, the high schools there are very competitive. In Silicon Valley, you know, it's like there's a lot of emphasis placed on your SAT score, and sometimes like your reputation and worth and validation is sometimes placed on your academic, you know, performance, or how much you're making, you know, your salary, things like that, which, you know, definitely is toxic. Again, maybe that just could be the toxicity here, but like, I just feel like this person has a lot of pressure, or had a lot of pressure on them growing up, and this pressure is sort of carried on, which is why, you know, King of Pentacles, I'm also getting, you know, their love language could literally be, you know, gift giving or acts of service. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you know how my like throat was like, you know, I was like coughing and stuff, and how I said there was a block in that. I feel like maybe for this person, words of affirmation wasn't really their love language. I just like incorporating love languages into love readings because it's important that we know about the 5 love languages. I believe it's acts of service, quality time, physical touch, gift giving, and there's one more that, you know, just always slips my mind. But yeah, I feel like maybe, yeah, words of affirmation. Yeah, I feel like maybe words of affirmation wasn't really their thing, or for some of you guys it could have been their thing, because I feel like with this King of Wands, like, I feel like, you know, this person that you're asking about, they definitely could be, you know, kind of like the more outgoing one, maybe even a little bit like, you know, flirty, flirtatious at times, but also maybe not, because we're also getting Capricorn energy, and Capricorns are supposed to be like kind of just you know, a little bit more reserved, things like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And it's like they could have talked a lot. Maybe they love talking about their job. They like talking to you, and I feel like they also really like taking you out and treating you to dinner, you know, fancy things like that. And I feel like that's something that they want to do in the future. I feel like when they come back, because, you know, we did get this yes card, they want to treat you, they want to take you out, and like, I feel like that really is their love language. Because I feel like maybe when they were younger, or, you know, even if they are kind of at a young age, maybe their parents' love language to them was acts of service and gift giving. A lot of the times our love language is what, you know, we grew up around when we were younger, like maybe what our parents gave us, or, you know, just what people gave us in our early formative years. So that is what I'm getting. Yeah, I just feel like this person has a lot of pressure. They just go through a lot, and it's like they still want this connection with you. Like, they still have a lot of attraction to you, and yeah, I just feel like they need to work on themselves a little bit more, like mentally. I feel like for a lot of them, maybe they even need to kind of just, you know, take a step back, take a breather, like, hey, you know, like, I know maybe for some of you guys, you know, of course this is just a general reading, and I'm definitely not like a relationship coach or anything, but maybe it's like even though their love language is like gift giving or something, I feel like they could like receiving words of affirmation. I feel like for a lot of you guys, they just want to be told like, hey, you're doing great in life, like don't put too much pressure on yourself, you're doing amazing, I'm proud of you, you know, things like that. And yeah, I just feel like this is your ex's energy, you know, for a lot of you guys. I am feeling that. And but yeah, they do care about you with this King of Pentacles. 100%, like, you know, this is a very like, even Capricorns, like when they love deeply. Like they don't just like get into relationships for no reason. In fact, like if this person did get into anything with you, you know, it's like they really saw something in you, they really saw something that they could build with you, especially with this Eight of Pentacles. You know, this Eight of Pentacles is about building, growing. It's also about like, you know, manifestations coming true and just like really working hard for your goals, working hard for the dream. I feel like this person could definitely be into like, you know, the American dream. Like they could really fall into that trope. And yeah, but like they also want to work to come towards you. Like I just feel like, you know, with this King of Pentacles, I feel like this is a great card to get in a love reading, because this does mean they're serious about you. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, they do want to get serious with you. And like this is something that like they don't feel about that many people. I definitely feel like with this Capricorn, you know, Capricorns can be kind of players when they're younger. Like they could really like date around a lot. They are very sexually charged. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Yeah, and even with this King of Wands energy, but it's like when they met you, it's like, dang, like, you know, I see a future with this person, you know, with this Eight of Pentacles. And it's like they're really just working on themselves. And I just feel like this person is kind of like bougie, or like, you know, wants to take you out on bougie dates. But this is definitely about starting something strong, stable, grounded, and, you know, offering stability. Like, and they're pretty serious about you, is what I'm getting piled to. Yeah, wow, that was a lot of messages. There's so much that I channeled. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and, you know, pick some oracle cards just to see what your person could tell you directly, if they could, what your ex could tell you. Okay, yeah, we got this. Yeah, you are irreplaceable. There's no one in the world like you. Yeah, this is 100% true, you guys. This is exactly what I was saying. Like, you know, they could have dated people in the past, and like, you know, I feel like they had their like kind of, you know, for lack of a better word, hoe phase. Like they went around, like, you know, they yeah, like I guess just, you know, dated around a lot, but then when they met you, they saw like potential in this connection. They saw like, oh my gosh, this could turn into something serious. And I feel like they wanted to get serious. And maybe when they met you, it's like they weren't necessarily even looking for anything like serious, but like maybe they changed their mind after they met you, because you're so amazing, and like they want you to know that you are irreplaceable. And yeah, and that's why I feel like they're really working on themselves. I feel like if they are going through anything lower vibrational, you know, any sort of like addictions or just bad habits or negative cycles or negative patterns, it's like they are working on, you know, fixing that. And, you know, even just with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like just mentally they feel like they're a little bit underhanded, just because they've had so much pressure on them to do well in life. I feel like ever since they were a kid, you know, even when they were younger, I feel like maybe their parents pushed them to like, you know, get the best grades, you know, things like that, and they felt a lot of pressure. You know, those kinds of things do carry on into your love lives and like other aspects of your life, and like, you know, even your adulthood and later on. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Wow, okay, so your person wants you to know, I love you more than you will ever know. Yeah, okay, so I 100%, you know, like abide by this. Like your person does want you to know that, because again, we got a lot of Capricorn energy, and like, you know, earth signs in general, when they love hard. Okay, like trust me, I'm a Taurus, I can attest to that. Yeah, they seriously did feel for you, and it's like they wouldn't even be you know, they wouldn't have thought that they could build something with you, grow with you, you know, with this Eight of Pentacles, if they didn't feel that way in the first place. And there definitely is attachment, you know. Yes, they are very attracted to you. Yes, there's a lot of like, you know, sexual energy here. They want to get freaky deaky with you, but they do really love you. And yeah, like, and it's like this also says more than you will ever know, and that just means like, you know, yeah, they're not really maybe the best at expressing it. Again, maybe their love language could be like gift giving, you know, things like that. So yeah, we also got, yeah, it was you, it's always been you. Again, like they do really see a future with you. They do really see you as someone they can really build and grow with, and yeah, they see you as like long-term relationship potential for sure. So yeah, that is what I am getting. Let's go ahead and pick some more cards, just some more oracle cards, to see what else is going on. Yeah, you are the best thing to have ever happened to me. Yeah, this is really endearing, really cute. I hope you guys can see that. I'm so sorry, sometimes my camera just is at a weird angle. But yeah, you are the best thing to have ever happened to me. So I don't know, I keep saying ever, there's no ever, but like, yeah, they definitely, I feel like, you know, for a lot of you guys, hanging out with you was sort of a stress relieving thing for them. I do feel like this person takes on a lot of stress and burden at work and just like, you know, in their material life, career, school, whatever it is, and hanging out with you really, you know, brought up their vibration and really decreased their like stress or cortisol levels. So that's also what I am getting for you, pile 2. Let's go ahead and keep this here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, I care more than I let on. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that. Yeah, I just feel like maybe this person wasn't really the best at expressing their feelings. I do feel like for a lot of you, they could have told you like, hey, I like you, I care about you. They could have been verbal at times, but it's like they care a lot more than they let on. Like seriously, you guys, they care really deeply about you, which is why, you know, they, you know, you guys could have broken up because they really needed to work on themselves, and they're just like, you know what, like I can't manage both. And it's like, it's not necessarily that they prioritize work over you, but like they know that you are deserving of a king. You know, we definitely have 2 kings here, or like, you know, queen, like doesn't matter what gender you are, but you are deserving of, you know, like real love, like, you know, a committed, passionate relationship where you both are putting the same amount of time and energy and effort. That's why they, you know, they could have retracted in the first place, because they genuinely do care. And you know, that's especially prevalent with this King of Pentacles here. Like, you know, the King of Pentacles is someone who cares, someone who wants something long-term and stable. And the King of Pentacles also thinks from a family perspective, like, hey, if I were to have a future with this person and really build and grow with them, you know, what would I have to do that? And it's like, you know, the King of Pentacles, it sort of reminds me of the Ten of Pentacles. It's like, you know, kind of like sharing the wealth. And it's like, you know, it's like, it's also about relationship stability, things like that. But it's like, you know, maybe now when they think about finances, when they consider finances, they take you into account, they take you into like, you know, consideration. This is just about taking you into consideration in a lot of things. You know, when you're in a full-on committed, full-fledged relationship, it's like you sometimes, you know, you have to make compromises for your partners. You know, you ask for their opinions on certain things, yeah, things like that. So yeah, wow, that was a lot of talking, pile 2. Usually my videos are not 25 minutes long, but yeah, I really hope that this helped clear your you know, doubts, and you know, helped you get some clarification and resolution on your love situation in regards to whether your ex is coming back. I definitely do feel like it's a yes. I definitely do feel like they have, like, you know, genuine feelings for you. They just need to work on themselves. They do care. They just are, you know, naturally, they just naturally take on a lot of stress, pressure, and burden, even when there is nothing to be stressed about. Like, I feel like they do kind of freak out about that. But yeah, I'm going to end the reading right here, pile 2. I hope to see you next time. Love and light. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So you all picked this beautiful clear quartz. So yeah, we are gonna go ahead and pick some cards to see what your ex would say to you, what are their intentions, just messages from your ex in general. But yeah, before getting started, I do want to let you know that this is just a general reading for the collective. You know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you do want a personalized, in-depth reading, be sure to check out the description box below. So yeah, and you know, take everything with a grain of salt. Like, obviously you guys all have free will to do whatever it is that, you know, you want with your lives. And this is also just based on the current energy of, you know, from whenever you're watching this. Things could always change, you know, energy is ever changing. Things could always expedite, you know, things could always shift depending on your mentality. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what the essence and energy of this pile is. Wow, okay, so this is one of my favorite cards, you guys. Like, I am using the Work Your Light Oracle deck, which is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, like the artwork on this is absolutely ethereal and mystical. But yeah, we got the ever unfolding rose. It's cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So yeah, I feel like, you know, whenever I get this card, I like to, you know, I always get the message, you know, from spirit that whatever happened was meant to happen, and it was for your own good. And you know, we also got a rose in this reading. So I feel like, yeah, you know, I'm getting, you know, a lot of you guys were really heartbroken, were really shocked, you know, stirred by this situation. And it really, some of you guys literally asked the question, like, why is this happening to me? Some of you guys could have literally been lying awake at night, you know, just thinking about this, maybe replaying, like, you know, things that were said, replaying, like, you know, if, you know, the times where you guys hung out, the times you spent together, maybe even, like, you know, rereading texts, things like that. And you're just like, why? Like, you know, this is such a great thing. Or like, you know, even for some of you guys, like, wow, I didn't expect this to be, you know, so like impactful on me. And it's like, you know, spirit just wants you to know it was all for your growth. It was all for, you know, your well-being. It was all for you to, you know, just know yourself more. It was for things to come to the surface more, and it was never to like, you know, necessarily hurt you or anything, but it was just for your own well-being, your own growth, your own personal and, you know, character development for a lot of you guys. But it's like, you know, this is also just a card that like depicts that, you know, spirit has your back, your angels, your spirit guides, you know, they have your back, and it's like they were just doing this to help you learn and grow. And it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of you guys learned a lot about yourselves from this connection, and it was a very beautiful thing for a lot of you guys. I feel like your person definitely thinks that too, you know, with this roses are like, you know, representative of love, you know, things like that. So it's like it was, I feel like your person's going through this too. Sometimes whenever I see this card, I do channel like twin flame energy. So for some of you guys, this definitely could be a twin flame connection, because twin flames are supposed to kind of like, you know, shake each other up, stir each other's like world, and like yeah, just really like you guys are supposed to kind of like, you know, trigger each other in a way, you know, and really force you all to see more about yourselves, you know, things like that. So wow, okay, you guys, we are getting a lot of great cards here. Yeah, just a lot of cards are popping out. Let's go ahead and pick some more cards. I just really love it when they pop out. Like, it just feels like, you know, more like, oh my gosh, yeah, more faded. You know, I feel like sometimes when I have to like pick it out, it feels like I'm kind of like choosing it. You guys, we got 6 cards for pile 3. Usually I only did like 5 cards in the other piles. So you guys are lucky. More messages for you. Yay. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick them all at once. I feel like it's a lot easier to read it that way, and it's a lot easier to tell, you know, a story that way as well. Wow, okay. You know what, like, okay, maybe we will do reversals. Okay, I usually don't do reversals because yeah, I you know, like, I just like keeping it consistent, and like usually my card decks are all, you know, upright, but like sometimes, yeah, with reversals you do get more clarity. I just need to work on like just, you know, interpreting the definitions of reversals more, but like this was the only reversal, so it's fine. You guys, this pile already looks so positive. Oh my gosh, like I feel like more than the other piles, this pile I'm really excited about. So yeah, in terms of, okay, will your ex come back? What are they thinking? I do feel like yes. I feel like already this is a very solid yes, and definitely more of a solid than yes than maybe like some of the other piles we picked today. Yeah, this Hierophant, let's just talk about this for a second. So first of all, I'm getting Taurus energy. You or them could be a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or have that in your 7th house. But yeah, with this Hierophant, this is a card about, you know, commitment, leveling up in relationships, reaching that next level, you know, that next milestone in your relationship, wherever you guys are. This could be something, you know, from a situationship to something official, or like, you know, getting proposed, or like sorry, not getting proposed yet, but getting married, things like that. Like, so I feel like, you know, for a lot of you guys, you know, I feel like your ex wants to come back, and like they want to level up in this. Like, I feel like, you know, they're not just gonna come back to be in and out. They're not just gonna come back to you know, what do you call, not just to, you know, sometimes in cards we get that, yeah, they just want to come back to like, you know, flirt, kind of play around, kind of, you know, just have fun, keep things casual. But I feel like your ex wants to come back and be serious. I feel like this was a very intense relationship for a lot of you guys, because you guys, we got so many major arcana cards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. That is big in a reading, okay? And like this card just popped out. Again, we were only supposed to do 5 cards, but this card just popped out, which is really interesting. Yeah, but okay, let's start off with the 7 of Wands. I just got really excited with the Hierophant, and especially since it's, you know, towards the end of your reading, it's like, yeah, they do want to come back and offer you commitment and level up. But yeah, with the 7 of Wands, okay, this is like the card of having an advantage and coming out on the top of a situation. So you guys, literally every single card in this is positive. How? Like, even this 4 of Pentacles is reversed, and 4 of Pentacles is generally kind of like a more like no card, you know, if you're asking if they'll come back, you know, things like that. But oh my gosh, literally every single card in this reading is so positive. But yeah, with the 7 of Wands, yeah, this is about like, you know, coming out on the top, really being victorious in a situation, having an advantage over, you know, some things that I feel like. And it's also the kind, it's not exactly the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is all about like speediness, movement, action, but it's like getting there. And it's like, I feel like, you know, if you guys have been manifesting this, like I feel like this is going to pay off. And it's like with the 7 of Wands, this is a pretty positive card to get in a love reading. It means like, you know, they want to come towards you, they really want to be with you in, you know, just general. And we also got the Judgment card here. Judgment is all about mental clarity. It's all about seeing the truth in, you know, of the situation, like just seeking the truth. And the Judgment is all about you know, okay, it's like one of the later major arcanas. It's the 20th out of the 22 major arcanas, and you know, this is all about like you've experienced a lot of, you know, things in your past, and it's like you are now using your past to guide you for, you know, the present and the future. And it's like, you know, the Judgment is sort of about like, you know, looking back to your experiences, and you know, like it's funny because it says judgment and it sounds like such a like, oh my gosh, like judginess, like, you know, things like that, like, but it's more just about like, you know, finding clarification, like, you know, gaining mental clarity. And it's really ironic because you guys literally picked you know, the clear quartz, which is really good for mental clarity, focus, concentration, things like that. Really has to do with the mind. I was gonna say I'm getting air sign energy, but I actually don't really see any air cards here. I'm definitely getting Taurus energy. I feel like, I know this is ruled by Jupiter, but I'm not really sure what, you know, sign this is, but we're getting Leo energy. Yeah, I think this is an air card as well. Definitely earth energy as well. But yeah, don't worry too much about the signs. It's always more about the message than it is about the signs. But with this Judgment, I feel like your person has had clarity on the situation, and I feel like it's something that they really want to pursue. That's what I'm getting. I feel like, yeah, for you know, we'll see why you guys broke up. I feel like it could have had something to do with finances. It could have just had something to do with their material life. I feel like in general, you know, if you pick this pile 3, this was like a pretty good connection. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you did end off on good terms, because I'm not seeing any like, you know, like, you know, there's some cards that represent that, yeah, there could have been like, you know, a bad ending, maybe some like, you know, mean words said, things like that. I'm not getting that too much. Maybe there could have been a little bit, like, since we did get like, you know, maybe the wands, but like it, like, I feel like for most of you guys watching this, like, this was a pretty like, you know, you know, like respectful connection that, you know, for a lot of you guys, you did end on good terms, or it wasn't maybe as bad. Like, you know, we didn't get the 5 of swords or 7 of swords or like the devil or anything like that. But you know, if that doesn't resonate, you can totally go ahead and pick another pile. But yeah, you know, with this Judgment card, they are getting mental clarity on the situation. And you know, like, both these cards represent like lifelong commitment and romance. And like, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune, this means things are changing for the better. And it's like, this also means surprises in love. You guys, this is so interesting because the Wheel of Fortune sometimes means surprises in love. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, yeah, it's like, you know, you're separated from your ex, you guys aren't talking much, or you're talking very little, but I feel like they are going to surprise you with an offer of commitment. I feel like they're really going to want to level up, you know, this connection. They really want, you know, this ending with you. I feel like they see you as like, you know, wifey or husband, or like, you know, just yeah, like long-term relationship material for sure. Maybe even like start a family, but like this just means like positive, you know, pleasant surprises in love. This is all about fortune, good luck, abundance, prosperity, things changing in your favor. Luck is literally in your favor. And, you know, this 4 of Pentacles reversed, so yeah, so upright, this means like, yeah, they've been having some sort of financial problems, or like, you know, there's a bit of yeah, there's just a lot of blocks and like, you know, conflict. But yeah, because the 4 of Pentacles is upside down, they are really killing it at life. Like, I mean, I feel like, you know, this person has really just been working on themselves, and you know, they've gained mental clarity on the situation, and they really want to come forward and offer you stability. I feel like this person is doing well in other aspects of their life. I feel like, you know, this is also representative of your energy. I feel like you guys are killing it at life too. You know, with this Wheel of Fortune, luck is on your side. I feel like, you know, I know this is a love reading, but I also like giving messages about like, you know, the person that's watching this. Like, I feel like a lot of good opportunities are coming your way. I feel like, you know, if this were a career reading, it's like, you know, you guys could be getting promoted, or you guys could be getting a more permanent, stable job, you know, things like that. So I just feel like good things are coming for you in general. But like, wow, we barely, like, none of these cards really have anything negative to them. But yeah, you know, this 4 of Pentacles, because it did show up, I do feel like, yeah, this person did have to work on themselves. I feel like they could have felt a little bit underhanded maybe when you guys were together, but it's like things are changing for the better for this connection, and they're really gonna surprise you. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you know, even if you did kind of end off on bad terms, like they're gonna come back and like ask you out and like want to do a lot more with you, and it's really gonna surprise you. You're gonna be like, what? Like, you know, this really took me by surprise, because maybe you didn't even expect them to, like, you know, forget, like, you know, give you an offer of commitment. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you know, you don't even really expect them to text you, or like maybe you do, because, you know, for some of you guys, I am getting this did end on good connection, on good terms. This connection did end on good terms, but it's just like you can't really gauge their energy because you've been separated for so long, things like that. But you know, with the Strength card, we're also getting, like, I feel like they're gonna have the strength to finally come forward. You know, this Wheel of Fortune, they do want this change and this connection. You guys, this is one of the best, like, readings I've ever done. Like, this is one of the best piles I've ever picked. Like, this is actually so insane. Like, not a single, like, negative card. But yeah, you know, with the Strength card, I do feel like, yeah, they're gonna muster up the strength to come towards you. And I also feel like, you know, with the Strength card, yeah, I always like to think of, like, you know, the lion as, like, you know, an ego that needs to be tamed, and like this is like the tamer, and or like not necessarily always the ego, but like, yeah, maybe your person, like, you know, they could have been a little bit impulsive, they could have been a little bit, like, you know, you know, I don't want to say this word, but like, you know, kind of been like manic, like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like stressed out about a lot of things, and just like hyper for no reason, and like just like maybe even a little bit like just kind of out there, and it's like you were probably just like, yo, can you chill down? Like, you know, I feel like you guys, you know, some of you guys could be earth signs or like have earth energy, and it's like you really tamed this person. Yeah, like, you know, I just feel like, yeah, you really calmed this person down when they needed it to, you know, when they needed like help. I feel like you guys are really there for this person. You're someone they could really rely on, and that's why, you know, with this Hierophant, they want to come towards you. They really liked how stable you were, and like they want something stable with you. This is also the card of, like, you know, tradition and upholding structures. This is the card of traditional relationships. So it's like if they haven't asked you out to be official, they will do that. Or if, like, you know, maybe you were waiting on like getting married or something and they hadn't asked you out, or like they were your fiance or something like that and things just broke off. Yeah, with this Hierophant, that means like it is going to go to the next level. And yeah, with the Strength card, yeah, I'm also getting, like, you know, just Leo energy. You know, like Leo's, this house sort of rules you know, kind of like self-confidence. It, you know, relates to the third chakra, solar plexus, sense of self, but also like, you know, being in the spotlight. And also, like, you know, Leos are a very romantic sign as well. Like, they are known to be very loyal. I feel like this person is definitely loyal to you. Even with the Hierophant, like, this definitely means, you know, they are loyal. They, you know, even if you guys aren't together, like, or even if they're with someone else, for some of you guys watching this, I feel like their heart is definitely still with you. And yeah, you know, with the Strength card, like, this is this is also about reconciliation. This is definitely a reconciliation card. Like, if you just Google, like, you know, love or Strength love tarot meaning, like, you will literally get that this is a reconciliation card. And yeah, this is just so beautiful, you guys. I mean, they really want to come back, and like, you know, they really want to romance you. Like, this just means like surprises in love, and like, you know, great things happening for you in your love life, which is really, really cool. And yeah, with the Strength card, yeah, I'm just trying to get more messages. I feel like there's so much, you know, that can be said with the Strength card, but it also means like duties and responsibilities. Yeah, I feel like, you know, we are getting that with the Four of Pentacles. I feel like Leos are very career oriented, work oriented, so I feel like maybe for some of you guys, you know, the separation could have happened because they needed to focus on other aspects of their life, or maybe other aspects of their life. Maybe they were stressed out about something that could have overflowed to this relationship, which is why it could have ended for some of you guys. You know, you guys could have had a fight, but yeah, I do feel like, you know, there was some sort of like just interference, like regarding, you know, to their material life. I definitely do feel like they have feelings for you. You know, we got the Taurus card here, and Taurians feel, earth signs feel things very, very deeply. I mean, if you get this card, like, this 100% means they have feelings for you. They definitely love you, and they want something stable and committed with you. And like, they, you know, this is just the card of stability, having a strong foundation, starting something from the ground up. Again, like, this is a really interesting reading, because in some readings, you know, sometimes when we get the Page of Wands, things like that, like, not always, because it depends on the cards around them, it's about like, oh yeah, they just kind of want to have fun. Like, you know, the Knight of Wands is more like a fun, flirty kind of person, but this person wants to get serious about you, and it's going to really surprise you. And with the Strength card, it's like, you know, they're mustering up the strength to come back. I just feel like this person, you know, needed a lot of mental strength. Like, maybe they went through this sort of like, you know, meditative period, or, you know, I know this isn't the Four of Swords, but this separation has really helped them, like, you know, see things, gain more, you know, clarity on the situation and the depth of this connection and the feelings they have for you. And it's like, it's really gonna work out for you. Like, you know, you guys are gonna come out on the top when it comes to the situation. I feel like you're gonna get over the problems that you know, had in this connection that could have, you know, even caused the breakup in the first place. And yeah, with the Strength card, this is just so beautiful. Like, you know, I'm also just getting, yeah, you were just this very grounding energy, and like, you know, even with this you know, Hierophant, however you say it, yeah, I feel like you guys were very grounding, very stable, very calm, very peaceful to be around, really easygoing, really easy to talk to, like, you know, chill, things like that. And they really like that about you. And I feel like, yeah, you really helped them in a lot of ways. They really learned a lot from you. It's like you kind of like tamed them. I feel like maybe for some of you guys, this person could have been a little bit egotistical, a little bit like, you know, kind of, you know, like, oh, I want the spotlight, things like that. But that doesn't necessarily have to resonate. I feel like, you know, these cards are, you know, yeah, I feel like the messages from this Wheel of Fortune and Hierophant, like, tend, you know, a little bit more on the center of your reading. And yeah, with this Judgment, again, it's like, it's just about, I feel like maybe this person could have been hurt in the past, and, you know, they're using like their past to sort of, you know, guide them. It's like, you know, a lot of the times we use our past, and like we use that as kind of like, not our spirit guides, but like, you know, like advice from the past. We use our past experiences to advise us into, you know, to, in terms of what to do in the future. Like, it's like, you know, if you guys have seen certain red flags in the past, you know, you're thinking about that. You're thinking about, you know, you're seeing patterns, you're recognizing certain behaviors, and you're using that to guide you. And yeah, I just feel like this Judgment is also about getting mental clarity. It's also about maturing, and, you know, this reading is definitely about leveling up, going that extra, you know, step, taking that next step. And with the Strength, this is also about like romance, but also has to do with sense of self, you know, responsibility. I feel like this person, you know, they will come back for sure. I am getting this. But with this Four of Pentacles, they do, you know, I feel like they'll always, you know, be focused on work a little bit. But with this Four of Pentacles reversed, I feel like they are doing pretty well in their work life. I feel like materialistically, they have sort of gotten their life together. You know, I feel like with this Judgment card, this was like pretty important. Like, they had to sort of go through this phase to get the rest of their life together, you know, with this Four of Pentacles. And they've really been working on themselves, and they are improving. They did take, you know, that next step to improve as well. And it's like, that's why, you know, things are changing. It's like the more you work on yourself, the more things change for you for the better. You know, the universe really rewards that. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, that has happened too. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you gained a lot of mental clarity on the situation, you know, just on love in general. And it's like you guys have been working on yourselves, and things are looking really good for you too. I feel like, yeah, like I mentioned, this could be a twin flame connection. I feel like your energies are marrying each other, and I feel like there definitely will be a reunion. And with this Wheel of Fortune, it's gonna be better than ever. It's gonna be better than you expected. And I just feel like, you know, this is just a good card to get in every aspect. That means you will also be growing materialistically, financially, just in every aspect of your life. And this just means like, yeah, this also means leveling up and going to like that next level as well. Like, I feel like, yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, you know, it's also about getting rid of bad habits, anything that doesn't serve you. This also means like a new life event, you know, things like that. So yeah, that is what I'm getting, you guys. We are gonna go ahead and pick some oracle cards to see what else this person, you know, wants to say to you. Yeah, I'm so sorry I let my insecurities get in the way. It wasn't you, it was all me. Yeah, so I am definitely getting that with the, you know, Strength card. I feel like, yeah, for some of you guys, they could have been like a little bit like maybe on the cocky side sometimes. They could have actually been insecure deep down, because, you know, remember how I mentioned this card has to do with the solar plexus and root chakra, or sorry, solar plexus chakra, which is about your sense of self. I feel like, yeah, that's something that, you know, they got some mental clarity on. Maybe they did like, you know, a good, like they looked at themselves and just did like a good self-analysis, and they're just like, you know, what are we doing? Like, you know, what am I doing? I need to like, you know, fix myself a little bit more. Like, why do I act this way sometimes? You know, sometimes it's like Leos could have like, you know, they could sometimes, you know, I can't think of the word, but like, yeah, sometimes they could be prone to like anger, you know, because fire signs, they kind of do have that. And even like Taurus anger can get pretty like, you know, intense. But like, yeah, I'm not necessarily seeing it was anything like, you know, too toxic or anything, just like maybe fights here and there. I feel like this was mostly a very positive connection, and they are thinking about the positive times, the good times that you guys had more than anything else. But I do feel like, yeah, they are a little bit, yeah, I feel like sometimes they could like lash out, you know, like just because they used to be so stressed. But it's like, you know, they did some self-work, they got some like, you know, mental clarity, and, you know, maybe even in fights they could have said things that, you know, were maybe like just things that they didn't mean and that they regretted later on. And yeah, you know, it's like it wasn't you, it was definitely them. There's just something, you know, going on with them. But like, I feel like I said, they've gotten mental clarity, they've definitely matured. You know, this Hierophant it's honestly one of the best cards to get in a reading. Like, I am not seeing this many good cards in a reading. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what else they want to say. I would do anything for you. You mean the world to me. Yeah, you guys, this person really puts you on a pedestal. Like, I mean, seriously, I feel like, you know, maybe even for some of you guys, you could have like, you know, expressed that like, you know, you wanted this to go the next level, things like that. And, you know, at first it could have been, they could have like, you know, maybe like they had a lot of pressure on them, which is why, you know, they could have even retracted. You know, that definitely could be one of the reasons, like the pressure to like move forward. And this is the kind of person that wants to give 100% into everything that they put. Like, even if they did it in the past, they want to come back and do that. Like, they do care about, you know, traditional relationships and having structures. Like, I feel like this person wants, you know, something official, committed, things like that. But I feel like they could have had pressure again, you know, just the fact that this Four of Pentacles showed up, you know, they could have had pressure, you know, in other aspects of their life, and like, you know, romantic relationship just added more to that. Not because like they didn't care about you, they did like you, but I feel like this person just holds you to such a high regard that, you know, they want to put 100% in this relationship, and maybe at the time they just like weren't really ready. And you know, that definitely is possible. Like I feel like sometimes we see posts on social media like if he wanted to he would, or if they wanted to they would, you know, gender doesn't really matter. And that's not really, you know, the case a lot of the time. Like, you know, things happen in life. Sometimes we have to prioritize other things, you know. Sometimes, you know, people do have a lot of pressure to do really well in their work life, you know, other aspects of their life that they cannot handle a relationship. And this is actually a very mature thing of them if that is what they did, because I am getting like, you know, maturity, even though we did get like Leo energy, and sometimes, you know, Leos could maybe handle things in an immature way. Like I'm seeing like, you know, just both energies. Maybe this is like an evolved Leo. Like they don't necessarily have to be a Leo. I'm just saying, you know, what Leo represents. But you know, it's like this person, yeah, they hold you to a high regard, and this was actually mature of them. Like if you can't handle a relationship, it's a lot better to not, you know, lead someone on. But they did really have feelings for you for sure. And yeah, they also wanted to let you know the amount of times I reached my phone to call you. Yeah, they've definitely wanted to contact you, but I feel like at, you know, times there's something that was just stopping them. But I feel like, yeah, that's why like maybe for a lot of you guys, you just haven't heard from this person in a while. And like I do feel like, you know, with this Wheel of Fortune, they are just gonna call you up, they're just gonna contact you or text you and want to like, you know, level up, and it's gonna take you by surprise. Like you're gonna be like, hey, we haven't talked in so long, or like, you know, even if you guys do talk, it's like maybe you don't talk about relationships or, you know, things like that, and it's just gonna take you by surprise. You're gonna be like, what? Like this is so out of character. What is going on? Like, you know, that's not like what happened. But yeah, let's see what else they have to say to you. Wow, you feel like home. Yeah, very, very interesting. This is, yeah, I'm also getting like just soulmate energy here. Yeah, I feel like, you know, you guys are very homey, caring, kind people, and like that even relates to the Hierophant or Hierophant. You know, this is all about like marriage and like, you know, commitment and things like that. I feel like for some of you guys, they could even want to like move in with you at some point, maybe have a home with you. Yeah, like I'm just getting that as well. Like they do want something like, you know, committed and stable, and like, yeah, maybe even really getting together with you in that sense. But they also want to let you know, I care about you deeply. Yeah, 100% they do, which is why they, you know, there's going to be a turn of events that, you know, may take you by surprise. And it's like they got mental clarity on the situation, they got mental clarity on you, on this connection, and they realize like, oh my gosh, I deeply care about this person. You know, I care about this person so much. Like why am I not moving forward? Why am I not coming forward? And it's like it will happen, you know, in divine timing. I'm getting like Taurus and Leo, so maybe something could happen in those seasons. But you know, again, it's just more about the message than it is about the time. But they do want to come back. And pile 3, this was a very, very exciting reading. I'm so happy, you know, for you guys if this is something that you want. But yeah, these are messages from your ex. This is what they want to, you know, let you know. This is just what's been on their mind. They do definitely have feelings for you. They do definitely care about you so much. And I do feel like they're going to come forward, you know, and the timing is right. And I feel like it will happen because, again, you know, the 4 of Pentacles is reversed. That was like the only kind of like, you know, card, not negative card. There's technically no negative cards in tarot, but you know, cards that could have raised like concerns, things like that. And it's like, yeah, they've really gotten clarity on anything that didn't serve this connection, and they're getting rid of anything that doesn't serve them, you know, getting rid of like unhealthy cycles, you know, like kind of like the circle of life, unhealthy patterns, releasing anything that doesn't serve you, and things changing for the both of you for better. You guys definitely are due for wealth, abundance, prosperity, good luck, you know, good healthy relationships. And with the Strength card, it's like, you know, they had to have the strength to even gain this clarity. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this was also, you know, testing your strength, which is what we got with this ever unfolding rose. I feel like, yeah, in the beginning I did channel energy, like, you know, this really did affect you a lot. You know, the separation really was very, very hard on you guys in the very, you know, beginning, and it's like you guys are still going through that, you know, and it's like this is definitely, you know, tested your mental strength, and you guys have always come out stronger. And you know, this is just about self-confidence and faith. And yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys, you know, they really liked how self-confident, you know, you were, and you know, this Hierophant, just how homey, like loving, kind, caring. Like you guys, they literally see you as like wifey material, or like husband material, or like marriage material. Like they do see a future with you. They do see something long-term and very committed, and they do want to commit. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for you, pile 3. I really hope that this reading helped clarify, you know, your doubts, gave you more resolution on the situation. And like I said, if you do want a more in-depth personalized reading, I do video readings, so be sure to check that out in the description box below. And yeah, I am going to end the reading right here, pile 3. Love and light.